Ready? Play.
What about first point?
Love 10. Love 30.
Already early on, you can tell Kvitova is striking the ball better. She's lost one indoor match in the last 2 years, and that was in indoor clay in April. She loves these conditions.
30-all.
Incredibly, that's a 49th ace of the championships from Serena.
Net, second serve. Forty 13. Game, Miss Williams.
Well, I know that you're Petra Kvitova's lefty, obviously. I wonder, Lindsay, if you look at this, a player like Kvitova, like, reminds me a lot of the way you play and yourself, as she's developed. Very tall, finally get more comfortable in your own body, have to work so hard in the movement, the great ball striker, coming into her own.
Miss Petra Kvitova to serve.
I've heard that. It's hard for me to
daily basis,
compare myself. But Kvitova, I mean, hits the heavy, deep, hard ball. Doesn't want to deal with a lot of long rallies.
Nothing wrong with that ball striking.
Love 10.
And that could be the best return Serena's hit so far at Wimbledon. Her return was non-existent against Zhang Ji. Kvitova is going to have to be smart with the way she approaches her service games, mixing up her locations, her spins, even throwing in a few body serves, trying to catch Serena off guard as much as possible.
see either player hold back here today.
30-15.
Said swing serve nicely out wide on this court to her advantage. All enough to find a good angle. It'll be tougher for Serena Williams to take a big swing at it.
(40-15).
Perhaps surprisingly, that's only 15 aces in the tournament for Kvitova, and she served 15 doubles as well. But it's indoors today, and that's a huge difference.
Game is Kvitova. One game all first set.
David Kotiza, with the bald head, is the coach of Petra Kvitova. You may remember her parents were here for the first match in the Royal Box. They've gone home.
Well, how funny were Kvitova's comments about her father last year after she won. He said he was crying an hour later, he was crying a day later. She had never seen him that emotional.
Now.
Well, it looks early to me like Serena is moving well, though. She's still, even if she's been struggling with that, moves better than Kvitova.
30 love.
Greatest serve in the history of the women's game. You're looking at her right now, even now. Doing a great job. That would be challenged.
Ms. Williams is challenging the call on the right
like
near sideline. The ball was called out.
Don't often challenge if you're 40 love up, unless you thought that ball caught some line, and it did.
Game is Williams. Ms. Williams leads 2-1 first set.
Sister Isha along the side.
Waiting for that
take
breakout
your seats
performance.
quickly, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since Serena's been able to win a slam. But you can hear the ball coming off these players' rackets, and it's a beautiful sound. And this is going to turn out to be a slugfest. Who can out-hit the other one with more consistency?
Late call.
That should maybe be another challenge.
Yeah, but a late call. I thought that was out. See if she challenges.
15 now.
Doesn't. Like it missed by a bit.
Should have challenged.
Should have challenged. That's what you used to tell me. John, we should have had this system. It wouldn't have been an issue. You should have challenged.
Kvitova's got to get ready for that ball to come back at her.
15-13.
As soon as she serves, she's got to be ready to fight off that next ground stroke. Serena returns aggressively. She's inside the baseline. The ball comes back very quick.
That's not a big enough first serve either at 97. That's where that placement there, that wide lefty swinger is going to help her.
40-30. Game is Kvitova. Two games all first set.
So both women have had a little test. Serena loved 30 down in the first game, Kvitova 15-30 down in that, but both pass.
Love.
So there's still some nerves out there flying around, trying to settle down. Very deliberate, Serena, early in this match.
Both of them peppering the lines. Serena thinking for a moment that the return might have been out, but
John, you brought up nerves, and Kvitova's played this whole tournament nervously. She's defended her winning last year with her first match, extremely nervous against Muradova. Finally started to click yesterday in that third set with Schiavone. She was down a set and a break, battled her way through, and that was the best set of tennis she's played so far.
A little bit playing for her not to lose, as opposed to going after the ball, which is her game, obviously.
30-15.
So you expect Kvitova's level of play to rise. She's still defending a lot with points. That was extremely well timed.
40-15. Game, Miss Williams. Miss Williams leads 3-2 first sets.
we tend to forget, Lindsay, that it's, what, less than 18 months and Serena almost lost her life with a pulmonary embolism. Has that affected her whole outlook to life?
Definitely, and she's talked about that her weeks and the months after, trying to get a better just grasp of life in general. I mean, she also went through the death of her sister, and that took a lot out of her in 2003. There's been a lot of off-court distractions, we can call them that, real-life events that have hampered Serena in her run this last decade.
And so that'll help her relax so that she's got some confidence in match play. It hasn't worked yet, but I think you hit upon the point that's important, is that, yes, her outlook on life is better because she's happy to be out there playing, period, but it seems like it hasn't translated onto the court. She hasn't been the same player since it happened so far. Maybe lost so far a little bit of the intensity and the anxiety level higher out there. He's still 4 or 5 majors from, to me, being considered the greatest female player ever. Try to catch someone like Steffi Graf. She's at 13 majors. So I have a strong feeling she wants to be out there for at least the next couple of years.
Plays like that, they'll come along.
Love 30.
Intensity much higher for Serena so far in this match than we've seen throughout. She's going after the ball, she's attacking it, and it starts with her footwork and her balance. So far through these first 5 games, she has both.
She's got Kvitova on her heels early, and that's not where she wants to be.
Love 14.
The first break points then.
Not doing enough with her serve, Kvitova. It's like it's going to cost her right here.
Fifteen, 14. Game. Miss Williams.
Well, I think Lindsay mentioned and hit on it earlier. You better be ready for that ball to come back quick, because it was a good serve, maybe one of the best serves she hit. Serena did a good job. And Kvitova looked like she was surprised it came back so fast. Early break. Returning, moving much better than we've seen the first week from Serena.
15, love.
Taken a matchup with last year's champion to get that intensity back. I mean, this is levels and levels above what we've seen. And it's been the backhand for Serena. 6 winners off that wing, just 1 off the forehand. Just 1 unforced error so far, and she's going for a lot with her shots.
That's 120-mile-per-hour serve. Oh, man. She's got a good 15 miles an hour more than Kvitova.
Game. Miss Williams. New balls, please. Miss Williams leads 5-2 first set.
Serena just... Yes, with the forecast being what it is, we'll do well to get through the singles, but we can't see the doubles being finished on time. Maybe we'll have another one of those dramatic Monday doubles finals. I seem to remember one of those involving you, John.
Well, it was the crowd helped me through, and they have a way of lifting you up, as I assume you're hoping that happens tomorrow with a guy by the name of Mr. Andy Murray, when he goes on against David Ferrer, who looked incredible earlier on the first match on center.
New balls as Kvitova serves to stay in the set.
Have a whole lot of pop on her serve.
Kvitova's been struggling with a back injury the last few weeks, and it appears that it's still a case, because she's not getting near the pace that she was last year. She won here.
great rally ended with an error.
Best rally of the day so far.
15.
Discouraging for her that she didn't win that point. Serena's really hitting the ball cleanly. Going awfully flat.
15, 13.
That trajectory, tough to pull off for her. 2 balls going wide.
Serena Williams very mean in that department at the moment. Not so Kvitova.
Thirteen.
Another mistake.
30, 14.
And it gives Serena Williams set point.
Fault. Juice. Advantage. Miss Kvitova.
Well, she certainly can't become predictable. A second serve, tougher to get that ball as wide as she wants, particularly from where Serena was standing, inside the baseline. Try to jam her. Use that slice to go into her body. Have a better result.
Fault.
Standing inside the baseline, it appears for a first serve, too.
Advantage, Miss Kvitova.
And those points have been too few and far between. Kvitova her best when she's moving forward, taking those short balls, coming into net. Serena just hasn't given her many opportunities to be inside the baseline.
Game. Miss Williams
Important for her
leads
to
5
get
games to
something
3
going
sets.
here, get the crowd behind her. Got her pop on her serve a little bit better, 109. That's her biggest serve so far. Otherwise, Serena's really going to camp out right at that baseline.
Serving for the set then.
Love 15.
That ball right off the line. Perfectly placed.
Fifteen, 13.
Well, just a half chance here for Kvitova to get back into this opening set.
13.
If she's hit the same serve 4 straight times, let's see if she tries to go bigger up the middle. She's 80, 98, 99 out wide, hasn't done the trick. Not good footwork there by Kvitova. Didn't get out of the way of that shot.
Second set point then.
Game, first set. Six games to 3.
An opening set that lasts exactly half an hour, just that one break of serve, but it's a long time since I've seen a performance of that sustained quality from Serena.
Yeah, it was one break at just 6-3, but it felt like it was all Serena. It felt more like a 6-1, 6-2 set. I mean, Serena was in control of the rallies. She was serving well. She was in more return games than Kvitova was.
All right, Lindsay, you've been there. You went out there, you played a Serena Williams. Similar styles as Kvitova. You go out there believing you strike the ball as well or better. Maybe you don't serve quite as big. You don't move quite as well. How do you turn this around?
Well, the first thing is Kvitova's hitting too many balls just right to Serena, and she's not getting the depth. So if you're going to go up the middle with Serena, you've got to get it deep. Kvitova's not taking advantage of her left-handed forehand. Try and roll that forehand more off the court. Try and spread Serena to the sides of the court. But because Serena is such a better athlete, and it's very tough to break her, there are days when she plays well that there's not much anybody can do. But Kvitova's got to try, make Serena move, and try and get control of more rallies. There was very few that she was dictating play.
Would you try to put a little bit extra on your serve, for example, because it's clear Serena's standing in close. She hasn't really served into the body yet.
That's exactly body serves, especially the second serve. You've got to try and jam her, and you were saying that on the ad side.
The lady on the left would enjoy the acoustics under the roof. The mezzo-soprano, Catherine Jenkins, with her sister Laura, enjoying their day in the royal box.
Second set, Miss Kvitova to serve.
And she's also got to the intensity level get higher. It doesn't. She seems, well, nerves obviously play a part early, but now show this crowd she wants it more.
15 love.
That was a better serve.
Yeah, the one swinging into the body, just as John had suggested. That one, on the other hand, right into the hitting zone, or I think you Americans call it the wheelhouse, don't you?
Exactly. And hitting it and moving forward. And so the pace and the spins and the placement are just not there for Kvitova right now.
That's David Kutiza, and alongside him, Yusuf Ivanko, who's the physical trainer of Kvitova.
$40-30.
She did a much better job with that forehand, rolling over
First game,
it, playing it a
second
little
set.
bit safer, testing Serena. See if we've talked about her movement not being quite the same. She's just exchanging big blows with her, and that hasn't worked very well. She's got to show a little more variety. That was a good, well thought out game for her.
Love.
Much better.
And that rally started with the depth from Kvitova. Then she was able to open up the court, get Serena off balance. She's got to try and get the upper hand these first 2 or 3 shots of the rally.
Well, that's pretty difficult to do as well as Serena serves.
On the left near center
That
service
ball
line.
looked like it
The ball's called good.
caught some of the line.
We've got excellent eyesight from this,
Miss Kvitova
this
has
view.
2 challenges remaining.
I made a living looking carefully at those lines, right, David?
40.
Yeah. I can remember you doing that and then giving me a stare too.
40-13. Game. Miss Williams. One game all, second set.
Trying to move in there, Kvitova, and take the serve much further up the court, but just a little wild.
And that second serve return might be the best opportunity she gets in a rally. That type of error she'll accept. She was going for it inside the court, as you said, moving forward.
Really a marked improvement in her movement, Serena, out there.
Love the team.
Much sharper. Little steps. She's getting in position, so she's able to hit through her ground strokes and keep her balance. And so often, so far, we've seen her falling over. Not a strong core as she makes contact.
That's a fine pickup.
Well,
that's the one negative. You hit it as hard as Serena did from that position. The court is open. You can get it back. That's easier said than done.
$30-15.
It's hard to miss a ball by 12 feet from that position.
Yes, all the public parks court players are now feeling a little better.
That's not a bad second serve. That's just too good. Wonderful return from Serena.
40-13.
Such a difference watching her. She's crouched. She's ready to pounce on this serve, unlike other times where I've seen her where she would stand there just sort of listlessly in the past. Feel like she was so much better that she didn't even have to get in the ready position. So sharp here so far. some big serving out.
Advantage.
Fair to say about both the Williams sisters, they get stronger as the tournament develops. They're the most vulnerable in the early rounds.
They spend more time on court. Serena learns to play matches better and better throughout the tournament.
Miss Kvitova leads 2-1, second set, first set, Miss Williams.
Now these lefties, Lindsay, I mean, they have this sneaky snerve, don't they, out wide to your backhand, but there's one way of countering it, isn't it, by really moving in, and that's what Serena's been doing.
And that's just an amazing graphic there with Serena's return hit point. We're talking about Kvitova, who's known as one of the better servers on the women's tour. She also is left-handed, and Serena challenging her serve, both first and second, particularly on the ad side. She's cheating a little bit to her left. She's not getting caught reaching for the lefty wide serve to her backhand. She's meeting it early and being aggressive right off the bat.
I actually like when someone would stand closer, because if you believe it enough in your own serve that you can mix it up, the body's an obvious one. But this is where you say you play serve within yourself. You don't have to press necessarily, just hit your spots. And it's awfully difficult for anyone, even someone as good as Serena, if you get that serve going, to hit consistently enough to make the breakthrough.
Challenge for Kvitova is not many players challenge her serve like Serena's doing in this match. Taking it early inside the baseline. She's not used to seeing that.
Now it's starting to see what they came for. Quality from both players. Kvitova's game is clearly picked up here early in the second.
Love 15.
That's listening to the game plan. Be aggressive on the second serve. Wow.
87 miles an hour, that forehand. That's Russell standards.
Kvitova has definitely moved even closer herself. Good call by her. Trying to unsettle Serena Williams.
There's been at least one ace in every Serena service game so far.
That helps so much on especially grass to get at least 1 or 2 free points a service game. It allows Serena to relax more than on her own return games. Not in danger of getting broken so far.
She's close to 70% so far, and that is not allowing Kvitova enough opportunities to go after that second serve. Clearly needs to take advantage of it when she does.
Yes, 67% of first serves in for Serena.
Game, Miss Williams. Two games all, second set.
2 aces in the game, 10 in the match. It's superb serving from Serena.
Love.
Interesting service stat for Kvitova. She's actually winning more points on her second serve than she is her first serve. Serena doing a very good job neutralizing that first serve.
I
don't know why Serena bothers putting her, finger up anymore at this stage. Players can challenge. If anything, they're going to challenge that move and make her look bad if she's wrong. Kvitova didn't do it there because she knew it was out. She certainly needed to lift her game, and she has. Everything's working a little bit better here for her, including the intensity level, which has gone up.
Game, Miss Kvitova leads 3-2, second set, first set, Miss Williams.
Again, using that serve swing. Reminds me when Pete Sampras lost the US Open title after he'd won it for the first time. He said, "The monkey's off my back." And your old mate Jimmy Connors didn't half have a go at him for that.
Well, he competed, so he ended up helping Pete,
Thank you. The players are ready. Thank you.
You often have opponents that make you dig deeper. Maybe this won't be the one for Kvitova here. Want it more. No one seems to want it more on a tennis court than Serena or Connors.
15 love.
Certainly the way Serena is now, she seems desperate for another Grand Slam title. Would have been worth a challenge, chose not to.
Wins the point anyway, but the serve was in.
Net, first serve. 40-15.
A rare lull in the match. There's those 2 points. High quality for the most part.
Game, Miss Williams. Three games all, second set.
John, the most surprising result so far in the women's draw to you?
I knew Lisicki was dangerous, but I must say that having Sharapova get that career Grand Slam, that really caught me off guard, that she could pull that off. I'm very impressed. Maria never looked like she found her game in this tournament.
It's a tough transition.
Love team.
Winning the French Open, and especially when you're not expected to, completes a career Grand Slam, and then to come here where she's always a favorite. She just never looked fresh mentally, and she was fighting her game herself. Well done to Lisicki for taking advantage.
The most depressing was watching Venus play. And I really felt bad. I hope that things end up
15-0.
Did you see any of Kleister's yesterday?
You know, fortunately, I missed every
That was
shot. Yeah, that
hard
would be,
too.
That would be up there, but I didn't see that one.
Won just 2 games from Angelique Kerber, who's on next on this court.
This rain keeps up. They may have to shift some matches. They
30-15.
get a little bit desperate. See one men's match, Sangha Fish, hasn't been completed. Ways to go on court 1 as well with the ladies, both of those quarters.
Interesting
That's your-
predicament as well as they scheduled a top half women's quarter and a bottom half women's quarter for this court. Now there's a potential that the other 2 won't get finished today.
Yep.
It's an unfair advantage. You're going to have an opponent through to the semifinal, and the next round those players haven't played. I really thought that they should have gone halves. They knew the play would be completed on center court today. Really an unfair advantage to the winner of these next 2 matches on the women's side.
Net. First serve.
Have no fear, the roof is here. We could use it to 11 o'clock, maybe 11:02. She needed that at 3-all, 30-all. Big point for Kvitova. We used to need
40,
Cliff Richard a
13.
lot more. But now with the roof, I mean,
He's out of a job.
puts the mic away, no singing, keep the crowd going. Got to put him over on court 1 now. Oh, that caught the line.
Miss Kvitova is challenging the call on the left far sideline.
Definitely
Ball
worth a
scored
challenge. He got to go for it there. Give her the game. That's what a nice return to hit. That was just got to take your hat
good.
off on that.
Miss Kvitova has 1 challenge remaining.
Makes it again.
Advantage, Miss Kvitova.
It's a couple huge forehands and deuce to get herself out of trouble. Saw that she was stuck over there on the backhand side. Just clipped the outside of the line.
She does not play it safe. Doesn't matter what the score is. She's always going for her shots.
Just.
I can just hear the ghost of Dan Maskell saying, the vital 7th game. And those are the only words he'd utter during the entire game.
When he said that was a gem of a return.
A peach.
Advantage, Miss Kvitova.
That was some game. Wonderful effort by both these two ladies there.
Miss Kvitova leads 4-3, second set. First set, Miss Williams.
Wow, in the other half of the draw, there are 4 players, none of whom have ever made it to a major final.
Well, I mean, can't compare it to what happened in the men's draw when Nadal went out. How shocking that was. And Lisicki's been in the quarters and semis the last 2 years. And it's hard to back up, like Lindsay said, a French Wimbledon. So but certainly for those 4, they're got a chance of a lifetime.
For Angelique Kerber, quite a bit.
Yes.
For the bottom half of the draw, not quite as much.
Sometimes wonder why a ball like that, Serena won't let it bounce. Force Kvitova to make a move before she even hits her shot. Swinging volley can be rather tricky.
Miss Williams is challenging the call on the left.
That's rare to see Serena even challenge one. Got the new balls now, so they're moving even more quickly through the air.
15-0. Miss Williams has 2 challenges remaining. Third to 15. Forty 15.
Isn't that intimidating if you're playing Serena Williams? And I mean, the movement obviously that
second set.
goes without saying over the years, but you see that IBM. I know I was thought of to have a pretty good serve, and would I play like Pete Sampras or Boris Becker, and you, boy, it's hard to be positive at blowing that serve by, and that's sort of what you're up against when you have to play Serena Williams, especially on this court.
Here's trouble.
Love 13.
When you said, Lindsay, she keeps hitting her shots, whatever the score is. To me, she's losing sight of the fact there's new balls. The pressure is going to be on. She's trying to go too big and too flat, and then she's in trouble at love 30.
She's so up and down. There's no in between for Kvitova.
That would have been one where I would have made her play. If I was Serena, not try to hit such a hard return there. That first serve. Well placed enough. I mean, Serena had a pretty good look at it, but she was pulled far off that court. That seemed like a really sensible move there.
Setting. Game. Miss Kvitova leads 5-4, second set. First set, Miss Williams.
Well, if you're looking for a positive sign for Kvitova.
Many balls as she needed to there.
Oh, not everyone's fascinated by the match. Maybe it's jet lag. There's Denise Lewis, of course, the Olympic heptathlon champion from Sydney. Britain will be hoping that Jessica Ennis can match her performance in just a few weeks' time.
First time that Serena's going to be feeling some pressure here. She got out of the gate so well. Things were looking oh so promising, but now Kvitova's hung around.
She had Williams on the back foot, but didn't move in.
It was nice scrambling by Serena, getting those extra balls back into play.
Thank you.
Serena Williams standard. That was not a great second serve.
15-all.
And very well placed, and Kvitova gave it a real good ride there. Excellent depth again. Brought that error from Serena Williams. Now it's 2 points from a level match.
Net. First serve.
Needed that first serve.
30-all.
The first serve percentage of Serena has gone down in the second set. Now in the 50s at 59. She was close to 70 earlier.
Kvitova's first break point of the match, and it's a set point.
Just advantage, Miss Williams.
It's absolutely legit play, and I don't think you see it as much as you should. You try to back off an opponent right at her. Kvitova did well. Smart to be prepared for that. But Serena on it, very alert there.
Responding as champions do when threatened with a set point.
Didn't go for his biggest serve, that set point down. So tough to execute when the nerves are flying around in your body.
15-love.
Kvitova's clearly playing much better than she did in the first set.
And it's nice to see. That first set didn't live up to the potential, but these last few games, great ball striking by both these two. Kvitova's moving better now.
Yes.
30 love. Everything.
So two chess masters on the attack, trying to
30 all.
get that edge. Serena to get over the hump into the semis. Kvitova to level this match. Tense moments right now.
Net first set.
Heavy artillery from
13,
Serena
14.
there. Wow. Now it's Kvitova's got to step up here on serve.
Oh, dear.
Miss Williams.
Too much time to think about that one.
Miss Williams leads 6-5 second set, and by 1 set to love.
The crucial breakthrough.
Think of the Sicky Kerber who were out there thinking, okay, maybe I better relax a little bit, regroup, and now suddenly they're like, oh, we might be out here in a couple minutes. Serve to start off the game.
15 love. Oh.
Kvitova now, you can't give her that serve up the middle. Got to force her to pull it out wide. Let's get 2 aces this game.
Make that 3 and make that match point.
14-13.
The 4-times champion through to her 21st Grand Slam semi-final. And I'm sure is now the very short odds favourite to make it 5 victories at Wimbledon.
Well, I think she sent a pretty major statement there that Serena Williams is fully intent on winning her 5th Wimbledon. It was an awesome performance. I've said it before, I will say it again. It's the greatest serve I've ever seen in the women's game. It is so dependable. And when it got down to the nitty-gritty, when she really needed it, once again, it just came through big time. And
Serena said yesterday she needed to get so much better if she wanted to win this tournament. That's exactly what she did in 24 hours.
Little away from the defeated champion. At the age of 22, she'll be back many, many times. And actually, that's probably the best, that second set, the best tennis she's played for quite some time.
Yeah, Kvitova hasn't been near her best all year. And still a positive sign from her this tournament. Quarterfinals, lost to Serena, who has played one of her best matches of the year as well.
Well, you know, I just had to come out there and really just fight. And Petra was defending champion, and she was playing so well. And my gosh, she played amazing today. So I knew that I would have to play better than I did in my earlier rounds and try to just be a little bit better.
Your serve, again, was working. 13 aces. I mean, you're not 21 anymore, sadly. But does it, I mean, when you're in that rhythm and physically and everything like that, are you getting better with your serve, or are you just holding on to something?
I feel good. Like I said, I played 2 long matches and it didn't bother me. I feel like I haven't played any. I'm so, like, relaxed now and, like, don't feel tired at all. So my arm feels good, and hopefully it'll continue to feel good, hopefully.
You said when you walked off court you've got nothing to lose here. Is that possible at Wimbledon? It's the
Yeah,
biggest tournament around.
Yeah, no, don't try to put pressure on me. I have absolutely nothing to lose. I just am enjoying every moment.
How come?
Well, I didn't do well last year, so it's like everything I do from this point, I just keep going up.
And you enjoyed playing under the roof, I understand.
I did. I really loved playing under the roof. I love the sound that it made. It felt, I don't know, it just made me love this tournament even more.
So you want it to continue raining. We want the sun. I mean, we've got to see
well,
the sun.
As long as I'm playing on center, I wouldn't mind the rain, because playing under that roof is amazing.
But you're going to take a great deal of confidence, I'm tipping, going into that semi-final. You're pretty happy with
Well, I'm
everything?
just starting over, you know. This is just another match that I want to try to get through, and that's how I have to look at it. That's how I look at it.
Cool. Good luck.